So we're going to talk about 2024 and my goals and plans that I have for this year when it comes to hiking, traveling, business. I want to talk about future videos that you guys could expect from my channel this year and all that fun stuff. I'll also answer your questions that you guys asked on Instagram, because for a lot of these sit down videos, I'll post an Instagram story so you guys can ask questions and be involved in the video too. So we'll go over some of that. I originally wasn't even gonna make this video because I didn't think I had anything that exciting going on this year, but after I started writing some things down on this notepad, I think this year looks exciting and there's a lot of things that I want to share with you guys, so I'm just gonna lay it all out there and we're gonna get into it. So nothing on this list is in order or organized in any sort of way. I just kind of brain dumped everything that's in store for me for 2024. But the first thing on the list, the first thing I thought of and that I was super excited about is trail days. So I've never been to Appalachian Trail Days before and I would love to go this year. I feel like it's a really good opportunity to meet up with people I've hiked with in the past or people I've been internet friends with but have never met in real life. I've seen so many pictures and videos from past trail days and it just looks like such a fun weekend, like walking in the parade and doing all those festivities. I actually went online and joined the wait list to be a vendor at trail days, so I can go down as my gift shop as Nahamsha Gifts and set up a booth, because at work I've actually been working on a project for a while now that is very Appalachian Trail related that I think would be a really good fit for trail days, and I'm not quite ready to announce it yet, but in the next month or two I definitely will. So I'm really hoping my application gets accepted so I can go set up at trail days. I don't know if I would go there if I didn't get accepted. So my fingers are crossed. Hopefully I should hear back soon, but I'm sure they get like hundreds of requests, and I know they say they take like previous vendors back first, and then if there's open spots, they'll look at the wait list. Yeah, hopefully that would be fun. I would go down probably with my mom, and then I would love to show her the Grayson Highlands area and do some hiking around there while we're there. Maybe make a week of it, and hopefully I can meet some of you there too if it all works out. The second thing on my list, which is also business related, is that I would love to open a gear shop. If you don't know, I've owned a souvenir shop for a while now, I think since like 2017, and I just sell t-shirts, hats, typical like tourist souvenirs and gifts. Obviously I have a passion when it comes to hiking gear, and with my experience, I feel like I could open up a really cool gear shop and sell backpacks, tents, hiking clothes. I feel like it's such a passion of mine and I feel like I would be really good at it. I have a spot where the gear shop could go right next to my souvenir shop, so I can kind of oversee both of them. A lot of people see my videos and they come to my gift shop to visit me, and a lot of people are kind of confused because they just assume that I would sell hiking stuff, but I really don't. So it would be cool to have a whole shop dedicated to hiking gear. And I really think my area in Guilford, New Hampshire could use a little gear shop. So stay tuned for that. I've been going to gift shows and talking with brands to bring gear in. Let me know what you would want to see in a gear shop, any specific brands that I should reach out to. But I think it could be really fun and really exciting. I also have another work-related goal written down here, and that's to get 10,000 steps a day while I'm at work. Sometimes I just get caught up sitting at my desk behind my computer all day and don't get up as much, so I just want to be a little more mindful while I'm at work and get my steps. I track it with my watch. I like to do laps around the store. Julie also works there and she does laps around the store with me, so yeah, I just want to be a little more active while I'm at work. So I just have that written down too. So I'm excited because I have a new sponsor on my channel this year, and that's Ritual. They make these essential for women's multivitamins that I've been using lately. They're formulated with high quality nutrients that help fill the common dietary gaps, and they're actually 40% off right now for a limited time. They support foundational health, including brain health, bone health, and antioxidant support. They're super gentle on your stomach, so you can take them with or without food. And there's also a 30-day no questions asked money back guarantee if you're not completely happy with them. This video is going over a lot of goals for 2024, including hiking and business, but Ritual is really helping with the health and wellness part of my goals. So like I said, there's a 40% off deal going on right now with Ritual for a limited time in this new year. So if you're looking for a science-backed daily supplement, definitely give Ritual a look. To get this deal, you can use my code, which is Nahamsha Hiker 40. You can scan this QR code or also head to the link in the description of my video. So thank you, Ritual, for sponsoring this video. Now I'll talk about some of my hiking goals for this year that I'm sure you guys are curious about. In 2023, I announced my Appalachian Trail thru hike, but not until I was actually on the thru hike. So it was a little bit of a surprise, and I'm just gonna be upfront and honest with you guys. Like, I am not doing that this year. I'm not thru hiking. I'm not gonna like surprise you guys with any big hike, not the AT, the PCT, the long trail, anything like that. But I do have hiking plans written down. So if you've been following along, you know that there's an 83-mile section of the Appalachian Trail in Maine that I skipped on my thru hike last year. And I have it written down, but I don't know for sure if I will get to that this year. So I have other things that I'm prioritizing, but at the same time, it would be a really nice feeling to finally connect my footsteps and to like officially complete that thru hike and just kind of move past it. I was definitely burnt out at the end of 2023 and wanted nothing to do with that last 80-something miles, but who knows? It's a new year, new motivation. I could get out there to Maine and finish it. It is a little bit of a hassle logistically, like taking off work, driving up to Maine, I don't know, having to get maybe a shuttle to the 100-mile wilderness because that's where I got off. But yeah, I might be able to make it work, so stay tuned for that. But something I do really want to do is go down to Virginia and do a 100-mile section of the AT. I am thinking Shenandoah National Park because I really like that section. That could maybe be this September or October, depending on kind of like what the weather's like. Most of my hiking experience in Virginia has been in April, so I don't know if like September and October is a good time of year to hike down there. So if you know, definitely let me know, but maybe end of September, I would do the Shenandoah section. Again, I could bring my mom down there and kind of make a week of it, but that's something that I've been thinking about wanting to do for a while now, and I might make that hiking trip a priority. Another hiking goal that I have that's more New Hampshire specific is to finish the 52 with a view list. So I'll put on screen those mountains that I want to do this year, the ones that I have left of that list. I also want to do the Bonds and Mount Isolation, because if I do those two hikes, then I would complete my second round of the New Hampshire 4,000 footers. And so that means that I would have done all the 4,000 footers at least twice. Eventually I want to do them all 12 times, and that's kind of called the grid, but I am very far away from finishing that, so that is not a 2024 goal, but that's more of like a lifetime goal. And also there's a hike in New Hampshire close to where I am that I want to see if I can hike 100 times in 1 year, and I'll make a whole video about it, but I think that would be a really fun challenge. Just kind of force me to go on day hikes, like before work, after work, even during my lunch break, my days off. I want a goal to work towards that just keeps me active, and maybe do that hike once a week, a couple times a week. I don't know. I think it would be a fun challenge to try to do that hike 100 times. Now for what you can expect on my YouTube channel this year, I think I still want to come out with an Appalachian Trail documentary about my 2023 hike, but make it a little different from my 2021 thru hike. Maybe do more interviews, more kind of like how that hike affected me mentally and all the challenges about it. I've been putting some thought into that. I haven't started it yet, but my 2021 AT documentary, I love. It has like over 300,000 views, so I feel like you guys probably liked it too. And that was really fun to make. So I want to make just a more professional video, documentary style about my experience hiking the AT in 2023. So gonna work on that. If I do go down to Virginia and do that 100-mile section, I'll probably come out with daily vlogs for that hike. I'll do some more videos hiking in New Hampshire. I do have a couple more videos planned that's kind of informational about the Appalachian Trail. I love making those kind of videos and helping out future thru hikers because I watched so many videos myself when it came to learning how to thru hike and backpack and stuff like that. And then obviously if you have videos that you would love to see me put out on this channel, let me know in the comments, because I have a running list of video ideas, but I'm also open to hearing what you guys actually want to see. When it comes to my traveling plans for 2024, that's still kind of up in the air. I do have one trip to Florida planned this spring, but it's not really like a hiking trip. It's more of like a vacation beach getaway. But maybe I can visit the Everglades, or I don't know, maybe take a little day hike on the Florida Trail. I'm not really up to date on my Florida geography, but I'm gonna be way down there. Probably go to like Key West and Miami, in that area. I would love to go back to Ohio and do some backpacking with Cody. I know some people were asking me about that on Instagram. I actually texted Cody last week and I said I want to come backpack in Ohio again, and I'm still waiting for him to respond. So maybe if he watches this, we can talk about planning a backpacking trip in Ohio. I also have family in Colorado, and I've talked about maybe going out there for maybe Thanksgiving, that time of year, and maybe do some hiking out in Colorado. But last time I did that, I got locked out of my car and had to hitchhike and didn't know where my brother lived, and it was kind of a disaster. But that's a video on my channel that I will link in the description if you want to check that out. I also have a friend that just moved to San Diego, so maybe I can, I don't know, hit up some hiking trails in California. But yeah, nothing is super set in stone yet when it comes to traveling, but I do have a really big trip for 2025 that I will share with you when it gets closer to that. Now I'm on Instagram checking what you guys are asking about for 2024 and see what you guys want to know. Will you hike the PCT or the CDT? Definitely not in 2024. Probably not the CDT, but I always say maybe I would hike the PCT in more of like my retirement stage of life. So like way in the future. That's not really a plan in the near future right now. Any new gear that I plan to try out this year? That is a great question. So I've actually had two pieces of gear that I've had my eye on for a while that I would love to try. One, the Jetboil Mini Mow has been in my cart on the REI website for so long. I really want that thing. I have the Jetboil Flash that has really just been breaking on me all the time, but the Mini Mow just seems like a more compact, better option for me to take on like day hikes or overnight trips, to make hot chocolate, warm meal stuff. You know what you use a Jetboil for. So that's a piece of gear I want. I also want to try the Gossamer Gear Fast Pack. I believe it's called the Kumo 36. It's like a lightweight backpack, but it's got those really thick straps and all those pockets on the straps, and I don't know, it just looks so comfortable. Looks like you can hike fast with it. And I love storage on the front of backpacks, so you can just have everything you need and not have to take the backpack off. That would probably be my next backpack that I want to try out, but my family makes fun of me because I have so many backpacks. This isn't really like hiking gear specific, but I would love an alpine touring setup. And I actually went to the Ski the Whites store, which I think is called White Mountain Ski Company now, in Jackson, New Hampshire. And they are kind of like experts in this field. And I did talk to them about potentially getting a whole setup for this so I can skin uphill and ski down and do some cool like backcountry stuff in the White Mountains. The setups can run up to $2,000, but you can rent a setup for like $70. So I might do that soon, rent it, even just like see if I like it before I spend my money on it. I think that would be a really fun video. But really that's all I can really think about for gear that I want to try this year. I go on the Garage Grown Gear website and like even REI a lot, and sort by new items, so I can always kind of see what's coming out. There's some new gear that I've seen on Garage Grown Gear that I think would be cool to try. I think it's called like the Sky Goat fleece, but at the same time I have so many like fleece mid layers for hiking, I probably don't need it. But yeah, gear is always exciting. I just don't think there's anything I just feel like I need to buy. I feel like I have a lot of gear and I'm all set in that category. There's a question about trail running or ultra running plans. I never really got into trail running, and honestly, it just like is not that exciting for me. I get so tired when I run on the trails, but I do marathons and like road races, marathons, half marathons, 5Ks. I sign up for them like multiple times a year, and I would much rather run a road race than a trail running. I think it would be so cool to get into trail running, but it's just not something I really have fun doing, to be honest. My Dunkin' Donuts plans for this year, that's funny. I actually make a lot of iced coffees myself now. I kind of got into that habit after the Appalachian Trail. I have a really nice coffee maker in the kitchen. It saves money, but I still go to Dunks occasionally, especially before hikes, so I can get some good fuel like a breakfast sandwich or a bagel. I don't know, sometimes I just go to Dunks for fun on like a lunch break and get a little treat, but I do make a lot of coffees at home now. So we're actually gonna end with a really good question that my friend Adam Hoyt asked on Instagram, and it says, will you hike the AT again for the Triple Crown? And the answer is probably yes. So I've thought about this a lot. I've always thought that I would rather Triple Crown the AT than do the traditional Triple Crown. So that, if you don't know, that means I would rather hike the AT 3 times than hike the AT, the CDT, and the PCT. That is just much more my style. I'm much more of like an East Coast hiker. It's just what I enjoy, what I'm comfortable with. So I basically have 2 through hikes of the AT done right now. And for my 3rd hike of the AT, I would love to section hike it and do like 1 week sections at a time and eventually piece them together for a full hike. Because I already have Springer to Hot Springs done, I already have New Hampshire done, and I'm also planning that 100 miles in Virginia this year. So I think that would be fun to just keep planning section hikes on the AT until I eventually complete it. This is definitely not like a 2024 goal. Maybe the next, I don't know, 10, 15 years I can piece together another through hike, but that is definitely something I'm working towards. Now it's funny looking back because I really didn't think I had much to say about 2024, but at the same time I feel like I've been talking about my plans and goals for a while now. So I think it's gonna be an exciting year. Let me know what your goals are this year. I'm sure we have a lot of people through hiking and peak bagging and doing a lot of cool stuff, so definitely let me know, and I will see you in the next video. Bye! And also don't forget about the New Year's deal going on with Ritual right now to get 40% off your multivitamin. My link is in the description of this video.